We can split the fan games of Yume Nikki into two main groups, Dream and Diary. Dream games are the ones that take the bedroom Nexus deeper format and personalize that, while diary games are the ones that, while inspired by Yume Nikki's atmosphere and general design, take their own route in designing a story that usually utilizes cute, deep, scary themes. For dream games, think Yume Tuki, Dot Flow, Yume Nishi, LCD DDM. For diary games, think End Roll, Mad Father-esque games, or the crooked, shooked, ins and outs, all of those, you know the type. If we take End Roll as an example and go through it, we can easily take apart themes that are told through the actual ongoing narrative of the game. Death through guilt rehabilitation, trying to get over personality defects that stem into your soul or brain or speech. A tragic tale. On the gameplay side, End Roll functions much as a typical RPG. You pass a barrier and the screen cuts or fades or blackens until you are on the other side and in a different area. We could call these different areas sub-levels in a game like this, as the typical level format found in other games is not found here. The music continues, or it doesn't. The textures flow, or they don't. This wall, or these imaginary subdivisions of gameplay that we don't think about, gets flattened by Yume Nikki. Imagine where you are right now, from the top-down view. You are most likely in your room, but you can take any example. I am in my room, and outside of my room is the hallway. In that hallway is an airing cupboard. Separating my room from the hallway is the door, or rather the combination of wall and door, a door hinged into the wall. So my room is in a separate sub-level as the hallway. The airing cupboard functions as an even deeper sub-level that I would need to probe to get into for a reason. In typical video game logic, this hallway room airing cupboard house is further defined by the house or game, the structure of the thing. Take Yume Nikki. Manatsuki awakens in her bedroom. She has a balcony that she can visit. She has a bed she can sleep in. She has a console she can waste time on, waste being the operative word there. Going to bed, you awaken in the dream state, and further on from there, the Nexus. So she, bedroom, adjacent with balcony, Nexus, 12 rooms out from there. Manatsuki's home, or main base, is that bedroom, with that balcony as a sort of relaxing addition, or a place to settle. Going to sleep functions the typical sub-level format, except unlike an End Roll or an RPG type game, it is far easier to notice the boundaries between levels, quotation mark. There is no attempt at realism, or even faux realism, as the doors you are presented with are organised in such a way as to operate into whatever function we like. It's turning the sub-level format inside out, and showing you what it is. That is what lucid dreaming is. In Yume Nikki specifically, that's laid out as fairly organised, with an undercurrent that can travel underneath or through the seams into the different places of the brain. The repetitive, soft, soothing arrays of beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, lull you into an ethereal like a fairy state as you blissfully organize area against area, like you're listening to music in your headphones in your house. In Yumitsuki, on the other hand, a fan game developed by a large group of people, you end up in a museum nexus. After that initial section of bedroom and alter bedroom, you end up in a collective consciousness of objects. They're laid out like items on a checklist for a dev team to compile and complete. All different video game sub-level areas from different video games. Or even the same video game out of order, whichever one you like. Featuring a wide array of musical styles, Tiki mainly sticks to upbeat and optimistic short refrains, sometimes pepping on the ears as you discover every secret laid by every developer. Yumitsuki encourages that form of piecing together however you like intrusively, more than Yuminiki, which has been more subject to specific fan theories over years of what happens to Madotsuki. Yurotsuki doesn't get none. She's a cute werewolf gal proxy. Dot Flow, for a third fan game, uses the computer instead to interject Sabutsuki into the Nexus, and it gives you the fewest possible routes to travel from. 4. All passages that lead off screen, no doors or items this time. Lane, telephone pole apocalypse, mouth hell, ADHD, the spook zone. Everything descends into mass complexes down below. Shudder and stop and stutter and obliterate the room walls. The low industrial barely coming through the speakers hum helps to reverberate this and shakes you and seeps you into the game flow. I could say a lot about how the choice to use a computer to facilitate the transition, rather than the beds of Yuminiki and Yumitsuki, shows a closer tear open of how these dream states work in visualized empty dreams. How every font and tone and blip of dot flow straggles across a stave to decay into your ears like radio silence. How the worlds mesh and matter into each other, strewn like cables. But I want to talk about dot flow better another time, so you will not get that. Their respective differences can be marked obviously in the title themes. Like, for example, Yumitsuki's title theme is a very upbeat do 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 do. That's not going to be the exact tempo, but you understand what I mean. Yuminiki's theme is a more ethereal and swooshy doosh, 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 doosh. And dot flow is doosh, 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 doosh. But even through all of the differences there, from becoming slower to the masking of the different notes, there is an obvious overlaying similarity. They are all broken video games. They're all honest. They all wear hoodies, but they only boy mode, ironically. If I'm playing like Call of Duty, it's the only video game I can think of that's normal, apparently, and I finish a level to move into the next level, I am moving past the rule we talked about in RPGs. I didn't even think about all the environments and sub-levels I went through in that level, because of how the game doesn't think into it. Not the game has to be unthinking or dumb or anything, but that it isn't thinking through splaying itself out like the fan games do. Valve games like Half-Life and Portal arguably get closer due to their long, interconnected footwalks, but are still segmented from level to chest chamber to chapter in Portal 2. I'm beginning to think this could also apply to speech and tongues and mouth flaps. I played a Yuminiki fan game really recently called Q73 or Q73 or Q73 by Blood Machine. A smaller game in comparison to the big three I was talking about, but like howling breathwind into how that carryover dream game anti-level is utilized. If Yuminiki is a dreamy look at how these areas are organized, if Yumitsuki is a look at what we can do together, and if dot flow is a look at how they stutter and break down apart from each other, Q73 is what if everything and everyone happening that is just raining into every other piece of your mind with eyes breathing down your neck as you dash from industrial slam factory to decimated empty city to blood cable and you lock up into an evil biting red door and sit sadly on the floor of a wonder house listening to this music because you didn't notice there were stairs in the upper right corner of the room. It all feels like one sequence or thought pattern or level or breath without much punctuation. It's old, and Blood Machine is made many a game after, but people should play this, especially as Team Nikki fans. It's like how good it is. We could even returning to the central topic, break down my video in the same fashion as all of this. The segments of this video could be organized into 1. Introduction to Yuminiki fan games, 2. Level design, 3. Talking about the main 3, 4. Use 5. My end speech, my conclusion. My video could be retroactively split into levels like this. All the breath and noise gasps in cutting in the audio or the editing. It can be designed into levels afterwards, but only when splurted outside in like this. I'll make an RPG Maker game someday. By someday I mean today, because this video was it.